Shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises unto YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, YAHAWADAH. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to my Akim, Wahatim, who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this final captivity. This is Brother Kawakab coming at you with another lesson. 2nd Ezra chapter 9, verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Now today's lesson is going to be on many different things. It's just kind of like a prophecy watch slash, some interesting information to take note of. All right, because this is all biblical prophecy, as well as identifying who is the wicked in these last days and who our enemies are. All right, and there's a couple of different things that I had seen, and I actually, hold on, I think I have one more video that I should include, so bear with me. I want to try to add this in. First, let's get into this first thing. Slakia, that's what happens when I just get overwhelmed with a bunch of different stuff. Alright, so it was where is it? And I immediately forgot what it was. Alright, whatever. Anyway, let's continue on. Oh, I think I didn't save it. That was an issue. Or if I did save it, it's in my other thing. Alright, let's continue. Let's just start. So first things first, let's watch this video.
Everybody has really bad short attention spans thanks to TikToks and other apps. So if you don't listen to any video that I have posted, please listen to this one, okay? So couple years back, probably 2-3 years ago, Kanye makes a couple of comments. I don't remember the comments, but he makes a couple of comments regarding the Jewish community. The Jewish community finds out about these comments and they deem it anti-Semitic. They deem the comments anti-Semitic, therefore they deem Kanye, the man, anti-Semitic, okay? Because they deem him anti-Semitic, they start to say that anything that is affiliated with Kanye is also anti-Semitic and is supporting anti-Semitism, okay? So all of his brand deals, i.e. his money, starts to pull away from him. They start dropping him. He loses his Adidas deal. He goes from $2 billion status to 400 million in what it looks like overnight, in the blink of a fucking eye, because this group of people said that he was anti-Semitic. 2 days ago, 48 hours, this man got up on national TV and did the Nazi salute. If there's any group in America that can make Elon lose his billionaire status overnight, it is the Jewish community. Yet the Jewish community was seen cheering him on and instead giving excuses, trying to excuse what this man did, which, honest to God, is a call for action. It is a call for action. The Jewish community literally has the power to make this man lose his money. If he loses his money, he loses the control. If he loses the control, he can't really be an active member in this oligarchy that he's setting up that is here. But they're silent. They're silent. Let that sink in, because had it been a black person, had it been a white person, not a white person, sorry, had it been a Mexican, a Hispanic, an Asian, best believe their voices would be just as loud today as it was when it was Kanye.
All right, so yeah, basically, I want to see where the hell is it? Is it? Yes, it is. I want to see the thing to try to verify to see if is it actually a thing, and I guess sure, I don't really know, but it's just like it definitely seems like that's what he was going for. That's all I'll say. But the main thing is the fact that, yeah, like for just for that small little gesture, like nobody is getting on him, nobody is condemning him, no one's saying at the very least nobody's saying, hey, watch out for that, or something like that. Like literally no one cares. And obviously the reason behind that is because this is Esau Edom. All right, let's get this. Psalm chapter 73 verse 5. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. All right. So the same standards that we are being held by, our enemies are not being held by those same standards. They can get away with doing a lot more. Okay. And we've seen them time and time again constantly get away with a lot more. All right. As a matter of fact, I think, hold on, let me see something. Oh yeah, now I remember. It was here. It was this was it. That's for later. But yeah, so yeah, basically what happened is with that is that oh yeah, Elon, it's like, for, as she has already stated, if it was an Israelite or any other heathen nation, they would have gotten on them just for the mere semblance of it looking like that. But because it's Esau Edom, of course they're going to get away with it. So that was just one thing that you see how sensitive people get when it comes to Jake. You see how sensitive they get, because with all the stuff, all the little stuff that's going on, most if not a lot of these celebrities are really scared about getting canceled. You have what's his name, Dwight Howard, who also had gotten canceled / pseudo canceled / had to make an apology when he had made just a simple tweet of "I stand with Palestine." I don't know how. I think in 2010 or 2000 something, 2001 something, one of the 2010s. So yeah, he made that tweet, and then everyone had basically got on his or his PR agent or whatever had said, "You need to delete that tweet, something blah blah," and literally and he said it was in like the first hour or so that he made that tweet that he was that people were calling him, telling him to delete it and make an apology and all that stuff. So like for us, like if we do something, then of course, all right. And the funny thing is that Jake knows that. Jake knows that if we do anything, if we shoot a school, if someone robs a thing, then they are so afraid of being viewed as the bad ethnicity. The bad ethnicity, just simply because of what one person does. But whenever Esau does something, whenever one Edomite does something, them as a whole, they're never blamed as a collective for the stuff that they do. Simply because, as a matter of fact, let me get that. This is their world. Job 9 verse 24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? All right. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. The wicked make the rules, and they apparently bend the rules too. All right. Just to fit their narrative, their agenda, fit what they want things to be. All right. And very clearly, if they want us to get in trouble for literally the smallest things, then yeah, we're going to get in trouble for it. Just as many different like celebrities have. And I'm not condoning this type of behavior, but like for R. Kelly, Bill Cosby, Nelly, if you've heard about the situation, it wasn't too publicized. I forgot, Cat Williams and some other. Oh yeah, Kanye West, Kyrie Irving. All right. And damn, Kyrie Irving is another good example where he literally just posted a link and then he got condemned for it. condemned for the link that he posted. All right. So yeah, like you see these different examples. All right, it was just the link was just a movie. The link that Kyrie Irving shared was a link to a movie that said Hebrews to Negroes or something like that. Negroes to Hebrews to Negroes or something like that, or who are the black Israelites or who are, something like that. I don't know, something about the Israelites being so-called black men, and he had to pay I think $500,000 on that and apologize for sharing that link. So it was all that stuff that happens when Jake does something slightly less threatening, but this dude is doing a whole salute, and then everyone is nobody cares. All right, nobody cares. Like, oh, it's all right, that's fine. But we see it. We obviously clearly we see, because you see she pointed out, this woman, this Eve, or what I assume is an Eve, she pointed it out, and literally nobody else has an issue. Well, obviously there's debate and contention, but ultimately the grand jury of the public, the elites, more specifically, they didn't see a problem with it, so they're just letting it slide. All right. So on to the next topic. The next topic we're going to be going into are these self-driving cars, because there was a lot. I had seen this one video of this self-driving car, of this guy driving a self-driving car, and what happened was, or he was not driving it, he was sitting in it. He was in the driver's seat. Yes, he was in the driver's seat. He could have stopped it, but he didn't, because he expected, he has all this trust in this self-driving car, and he expects, it's supposed to work properly, it's not supposed to get into a crash and all that stuff. And then when he didn't let it, as he was letting it drive, expecting things to work out, it just hit. And that's one thing for me that I always was scared of. That was instilled in me at a very young age, because the thing was, there was often times when I would play like video games. Like, I don't know, there's this one thing called the Wii. All right, the Wii basically ruined my my trust in advanced technology, I'll say. And call Allah YAHAWAH that I did have a Wii, so that my trust for technology could be destroyed. All right, because ultimately we should not be trusting in technology or relying on it for our safety. All right, because very clearly it's not reliable. It's not something, and we're not supposed to be trusting in man/technology anyway. We're only supposed to be trusting in YAHAWAH. All right, so basically what happened with for my anecdote is that with the Wii, whenever you would play, if you own a Wii, the normal Wii, the very first Wii, it's just called the Nintendo Wii, you would see that there's a motion thing, there's a sensor bar or whatever, and you're supposed to point the top of the Wii controller at it to do all this stuff and whatnot, and it sounds nice, it sounds cool at first, but in actuality it is very stupid, and they literally had to dial it back in the second thing, which is a very big issue with Nintendo, where they kept on trying, they kept on pushing for these fucking motion controls, sensor bar games and stuff like that, which there was so many different games that had came out on the Wii and the Xbox Connect, which that's another console that is trash in my opinion. I think Xbox is pretty garbage. But Xbox came out with the Connect, where it was full motion control, where you didn't require a remote, you just required a the Connect, and you could just use your body to do motions to play games and stuff like that. And once again they took that and it's it's bad. Like it was bad. And that again, these are the things that basically further solidified my desire for not wanting to deal with any, or not letting technology have so much control in these things, because the suffer, like one of the games that I know is that oh yeah, let me just show it to you instead. Sonic Riders. So there was this game called Sonic Riders. It was a great game. Literally most people loved it. It's still loved today. All right. And then they had made 2 sequels, and the first sequel, Zero Gravity, was all right, and then the second one was Free Riders, and this was widely received as a terrible game simply because of the motion controls. All right, so this is what basically solidified, which I did not get a chance to play, but I heard all online that people were saying that this game was terrible because of the motion controls, and on top of that, it was literally only available on Xbox, so I definitely couldn't play because I didn't have an Xbox. I never have had an Xbox. That's irrelevant, but you basically get the point that these are the types of things where they're trying to say, oh guys, look at the motion controls, look at all this stuff, you can use your body, you can use your head, and that was a very hard attempt. I'm just now realizing a very hard attempt for them to get people / kids, all right, or / the next generation, because I was a kid when the time, what 2010, I was not a kid. Well, yeah, pretty much teen, kid, whatever. Basically, I was very young, and then it would have been stuff. It would have been stuff like this that would have. It would have been stuff like this that would have made the young generation at the time be all for all these different innovations that they are trying to do, where they say, you can do motion controls, you can use your hand, you can use your brain, you can use your mind, you can use your body, you can use this, all right, you don't need a controller anymore, and you can control it with your whatever, just like what they're doing with Neuralink. With Neuralink, instead of using a controller, mouse pad, and whatnot, you have this dude playing games and using computer with just his mind, all right. And that's what they're trying to, and that's what they were trying to, I guess, normalize and gradually groom us to appreciate and like through stuff like this. But in actuality, it actually failed. For me specifically, it made me hate it, because most gamers, they absolutely despise motion controls, and games today generally do not have motion controls because they see how this game and the Wii particularly failed in their attempts at motion controls. So many people just stick to the controller formula to sell games and whatnot, but obviously we're going back. There are some outliers that are trying to go back to that and trying to make it cool, because there was this one chick, which I did a lesson on this before, but there was this one chick that had played, I think, Elden Ring, which everyone praises Elden Ring for being a hard game, a hard but fun game, and there was this one girl that had beat Elden Ring, or beat a boss or something. I don't even know the full thing, but she had beat Elden Ring only using her mind, because she was controlling her character with just her mind on some device or whatever, or some helmet thing, whatever. All right, so so basically they're trying to go back to this thing again to make this stuff seem cool, because they really fucked up with games like this. And anything that had required, motion controls and stuff like that, where they say that you don't need a controller, and literally anyone who plays games knows that they don't want to play a game with motion controls / these alternative controllers, to say the least. All right. Although I will say there are a few games that are okay with motion controls, but aside from that, And that's very few, Slocky. That's very few. But ultimately, nobody likes it, and I as well do not like it. So with that, let's go back to the initial topic of self-driving cars, where in the self-driving cars there have been so many crashes that I was actually surprised to hear. All right, so apparently self-driving cars have higher crash rates than normal cars. So if you are more likely to get into an accident in a self-driving car than just driving the car by yourself. All right, and the thing was that they were trying their best to market this as safer to use compared to you driving the car by yourself. But in actuality, that's not the case. It's the reverse, and yet still so many people, shell out money to go and buy it. All right. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Here, I wasn't reading this entire thing, but basically, some studies show a crash rate of 9.1 per million miles compared to 4.1 for human drivers. So yeah, this is not good. And the fact that the crash rate is more than double, and they're still going on with it, it goes to show the agenda that they have. All right. Let me actually take a quick look at okay, at their sources. Car accident attorney. So it seems like, yeah. Damn, China has what, 66% of passenger kilometers driven. But yeah, basically, like, yeah, it's not safe. Okay, and that just constantly goes to show. As a matter of fact, let me get that precept as well. Bear with me one moment.
Meet Justin Trudeau's economic advisor, Carbon Tax Carney. He's just like Justin.
Fair warning, guys, we're going to get far into the weeds with this video. I've been having a lot of, let's say, heated discussions in the comment sections of my videos with people who say that the videos I make are dangerous and careless because the full self-driving beta is not a perfect driver and it's possible it could cause accidents. Instead of responding with the same thing over and over, I thought it'd be better to make a video and share with you how I feel about this subject. Be warned though, accidents and death are a really hard subject to talk about, and some of the numbers are absolutely bananas. So buckle up, because you're probably going to hear some scary things you don't want to hear and aren't particularly comfortable thinking about, myself included. Please bear with me for a moment while I make up a boring story. I want to start off with a hypothetical situation and maybe a question for you. Say there was something that was killing a few hundred people per year. Let's say some rare virus or something.
Slovakia. So basically, with that, you see this. You see now you're seeing that these people are saying that it is okay that there are crashes. It's okay that self-driving cars are going to fuck up. Okay, so let's see this. Job chapter 14 verse 5, seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee, thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. And that was the thing that I had always imagined and envisioned, where when it comes to all these technology things, they just are incapable of making stuff that is 100% fully fledged and reliant. All right, or if they do, it is not, what's the word? It's not like these things, like if you've seen Marvel, like Iron Man's Jarvis, Monday, all that stuff. These types of AIs aren't 100% fully not accurate, but fully functional to the point where it's like a non-human error, or it's just completely fully functional. It's 100% reliable, where there's always going to be an unknown, I'll say an unknown margin of error, which I'll say is not, it ain't no arbitrary percent. It's a very big percent. I'll say at minimum 10% and higher. Okay, I'll say 10% or higher, because the thing is, like, very oftentimes stuff will just seem to be fine most times, but then other times it's just like, why is it acting like this? Why is things going on? Why is there such a big glitch in the thing? All right. Now also Jeremiah 10 verse 2, thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. And when we see these different things going on, we see all this stuff going on, all right, because when we see all this stuff going on, we know that this is the end. This is the things that we look for, where we have primarily, what was the first one? This, okay, to signify that this is Esau that's in charge. All right. The realization of everybody realizing it, or not even just everybody, but your average person being able to, your average non-NPC being able to come to that realization and see, hey, isn't this not unfair? So that someone other than the prophet able to say, actually, look at this. This is kind of weird. All right, and then finally, that's what we're gonna watch this video. But first, there was a crime fighting robot dogs, and once again, this is all the thing where that's even worse. They're giving these drone dogs guns. They're giving these these drones guns to shoot at criminals. All right. So as a result of them shooting at criminals. So as a result of them shooting at criminals, it's like, okay, sure, it might seem cool, and nobody, quote unquote, good is gonna get hurt. But what if the dog views a regular person that has no weapon as, oh, that person has a weapon, just as these devil cops do, where they constantly are killing Jake, saying, oh, he had a weapon, so that's why I shot, when it was just his phone, it was just his wallet. He was getting his license, he was getting his registration. He either informed about the cops or whatever type of reason. Okay, so with all this stuff that's going on, these people are going to, or either, and the thing is, it might just be malicious, where they just make them view any electronic device as a weapon, simply because maybe the systems or the software isn't fully able to determine what item is a gun. All right, and that's the thing. Like they're both metal. All right, they're both there might be different metal things, there might be different whatever, but it can't. It's like it can't see a thing and then say and then determine, okay, you know what, this is a weapon, this is a piece of paper, this is thing. Like, who knows about that, the intricacies of that stuff. We don't know, but we do know that, you know, it's not reliable, and it has never been reliable, and something bad is going to happen. All right. Now, let me also get this. Well, first off, Revelation chapter 12, verse 12, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. All right. So, did I read these? Oh yeah, here. Psalm chapter 106, verse 38, and shed innocent blood, even the blood of their sons and of their daughters, whom they sacrificed unto the idols of Canaan, and the land was polluted with blood. Thus were they defiled with their own works, and went a whoring with their own inventions. Okay, so there are Israelites, all right, that are going to be going whoring after, you know, these other gods, these wicked inventions. You know, oh, I made this new thing up, and you know, I want to go after this, and you know, this is a very big thing with Israel, where they see these stuff going on. Some of them have their Jake senses tingling, where they say, you know, I don't think this is a good idea, but at the same time, and Slocky, I just want to say, I heard this one story. There was this one story of this known serial killer. Okay, I had seen this documentary one time, and this serial killer was basically going around and asking, you know, I think teenage girls or college girls to, if they wanted a ride, and most of them were Edomite girls, and they had gotten in, and then they were all killed. And there was this one pair that he had, that this Edomite killer, he was an Edomite in this certain situation. He was one Edomite dude that went up to this one Edomite chick, and the other chick that was with her was a Moabite or Ammonite chick, and the Moabite or / Ammonite chick, or whatever, whichever she was, she said, I don't think this is a good idea. And the funny thing was, the freaking documentary made the differentiation of saying that the Moabite or Ammonite chick said that it wasn't a good idea, while the Edomite chick was saying, oh, it's fine, we can just go, when she didn't even know the dude. And then the dude literally killed them both. I'm pretty sure he killed them both, because I don't know how they would have known what had happened. If not, or maybe one of them is alive, I don't know, or one of them lived, but whatever. The main point is that the danger senses kick in for us, for Jake, and it also kicks into these other heathens. All right, even heathens know stranger danger, but Edomites don't. All right, that's why also most of the time you got these freaking Edomite kids that have no sense of danger. They have no sense of danger. They will just be in a field, on a battlefield. All right. But obviously that's not universal. That's just common. I'll say common. All right. It's not universal, because there are definitely some Jake kids or other heathen kids that will do stupid things. I even saw. I don't remember what the so-called the race of the kid, but I remember this one kid had gotten on a track field and got ran over by a track runner. So, yeah.
Прежде всего, хотел бы начать со слов благодарности в адрес президента Соединенных Штатов, господина Трампа, за то, что он уделяет урегулированию на Украине столько много внимания, согласны с предложениями прекратить боевые действия. Но исходим из того, что это прекращение должно быть таким, которое привело бы к долгосрочному миру и устранило бы первоначальные причины этого кризиса.
So yeah, basically with this, I thought it was important to point this video out, but basically, Putin is saying that he was talking to Trump, and he was saying he agrees. He agrees to proposals of, which I think that's the key word, proposals of a ceasefire. But the thing, and it says 30 days, but the thing is, given the argument, if you want to call it that Donald Trump and his vice president, I think Vance or whatever the frick, had with that Ukrainian leader, I forgot that dude's name, Zelensky or something like that. I don't know. But given the argument that they had, it kind of seems like that might not be the case, because it seems like in order for there to be some sort of peace, all right, in order for there to be some sort of peace, it looks like the Ukrainians are going to have to give up, are going to have to take the loss in any things of peace, in any conversations of peace. And as a result of that, that conversation in general, that did make that did create some bad blood between Ukraine and America, as well as people in general. There was a whole bunch of people saying, Donald Trump shouldn't have done that. This guy, dude, is that and the third. Even the American citizens were saying a whole bunch of stuff, how disrespectful and how improper that was. And also, on top of that, it was publicized, which a brother had already pointed this out. So I'm not taking credit for that, but a brother had pointed out, like, that was kind of weird that it was publicized like that. Since when do they ever have these types of conversations for everybody to see? When do they record it and then upload it for everyone to see stuff like that? That's kind of weird, and it's kind of suspicious, and it kind of just makes us like see and think that they really don't respect Ukraine, number one, as well as like Ukraine's going to, like, there's no positive that comes out of this for Ukraine. Like, Ukraine is going to get shafted by the end of this. Like, I'm pretty sure that is the inevitability for it. All right, at the end of it all. And on top of that, if that doesn't happen, then I'm pretty sure YAHAWAH that something goes on in terms of war and prophecies popping off. So that these are the things that have been going through my mind, that I've been thinking, it's the most likely, all right, the most likely situation. Although at the end of the day, this is all the Lord's movie. This is the Lord's story, the Lord's film, the Lord's whatever. Okay, and maybe he will make peace in Ukraine and Russia. Maybe he will do something else. Maybe he will make Ukraine and Russia put their differences aside to go after Trump/America. Who knows? All right, these are the things that we just don't know. We don't fully understand, but we watch and see how things are going. We deliver this information to you. So when we hear this type of stuff, when the general public hears, there's going to be a peace, there's going to be ceasefire, that's good news, we are like, I don't know about that. That might not be the case. All right, we're skeptical. We're watching. We're keeping an eye out, because it just looks too unlikely. All right. So yeah, with that, there's also, let me get this, Psalm 64 verse 2. Hide me from the seeking counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil manner. They commune of laying snares privily and say, who shall see them? They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them, and the heart is deep. But Yahweh shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. So they shall make their own tongue fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. And this is the thing where just because there's going to be peace in Ukraine, that doesn't mean that things are going to be good. Because if you've heard, I don't know how many years ago, I think last year, I'm pretty sure it was last year, but last year, if not 2023, what happened was there was a bunch of people volunteering to go and help Ukraine, and basically a lot of the issues that Ukrainians were suffering basically went away to terrorize some Jakes. So there was Jakes that were foolishly going to volunteer, that were getting fucked up, all right, as a result of Ukrainians basically treating them like garbage, all right. These Jakes were basically miserable, saying, I regret coming here, I shouldn't have came, blah blah. Like I'm trying to help them, and they're treating me like ish, all right. Always having their head down, being afraid of the next time that they get hit or something, or get bullied in some way. And they were basically saying that it was extreme, like it was very extreme. So all that stuff, it's just like Ukraine is going through their stuff, that they're going through their stuff right now, but it is looking like all that's being translated to Babylon, to the people, to the inhabitants of Babylon. Not even just Babylon yet, the rulers, but soon to be the rulers / the entirety of Babylon. All right, but as of right now, it's like, well, these are the things that we have to look forward to. And another thing is, another thing is the draft. Okay, when they start doing the draft, then who's gonna be a part of it? All right. Obviously, they need some people, and they're going to be that was another thing. It seems to be that Donald Trump, as a matter of fact, Donald Trump, removing yeah, he was trying to remove black people or Jake from the military. Okay, so there was an order that bans diversity or DEI initiatives and remove their use of race or sex-based preferences. So basically, it just they don't even care as long as they get their numbers, which it could be primarily. It can be primarily Edomites, you know. Photos, no, that's what I'm looking for. Alright, so yeah, basically, in order to fulfill the amount of their needed numbers, you know, they're willing to take a bunch of Edomites with them, which, you know, that's better for us, good for us. All right, good for us that if and when a draft comes, they will only be going after Esau. I pray that's the case. All right, because, you know, I don't want any of my brothers in this truth, you know, needing to go after that. Plus, I'm pretty sure well, no, I don't really know. I don't really know about anyone's private life, but that's basically it. But all I do know is that the Lord is going to protect us and take care of us. All right, one way or another. So, you know, yeah, that's basically it. I pray this lesson was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praises unto Yahawah, Ba'ashem YAHAWASHI, Ba'ashem RICANS, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, the Bible Ball, and Shalom.